Labor. That's the power of labor. Pleasant good evening to the Honorable Prime Minister if he's listening and his family. And let me also recognize Honorable Gloria Shillingford, my colleague, my friend, and Miss Athenia Benjamin, who will be replacing Mrs. Shillingford, my other candidate colleagues who are here with us tonight, and our laborites from across Dominica. Let me once again say it's my pleasure to be with the Labour family. I feel strengthened every time that I come out and I see the amount of people who are in solidarity with the Dominica Labour Party and our candidates. I want to say to you tonight, I bring greetings from Grand Bay again. And tonight we have a red sea of laborites there, including my Granbarians. Grand Bay Fasty, let me hear you out there. Yes, we felt good motorcading through Marigot Dr. Christmas. We felt good motorcading through the various constituencies to show the power of labor. Let me say to Miss Athenia Benjamin, I give her my full commitment to continue to give support as Mrs. Shillingford continued and did the best that she could. And I must say that Mrs. Shillingford at every opportunity did everything that she could to represent the people of this constituency. And I want at this point to recognize the hard work of Mrs. Shillingford. Mrs. Shillingford and I sat next to each other in cabinet. And Mrs. Shillingford would not spare any moment to represent the people of this constituency. And even as I drive through the constituency tonight, as I look through the various areas, because Woodford Hill I do not come very often, but at least I came here a few times. And I could see the difference in the development of this constituency. And I said, oh yes, Mrs. Shillingford has worked. And these are things that I see with my eyes. And if I am seeing it, the people of Woodford Hill have seen it. And there are many things that you have not seen, but yes, she has done. For all of us in our various constituencies. Because we know of the many things that we have done in all the social development of our people, in meeting the needs of our people that many of us are not aware of. You only see all the roads that we do, the buildings that we constructed, and all those things that we can see. But there are many things that you will not see. And so I want to commend her for her hard work. Working with the farmers, working with the schools, the preschoolers, the secondary school students, just name it. Every aspect of development, I know she has forged for this constituency. And so, Mrs. Shillingford, I felt proud working with you as a friend and as a colleague. And I know, as PM said, there is still work for her. So she's not leaving us. She's going to continue to work with us. But as Mrs. Shillingford leaves, she's also leaving another strong woman with you. She's leaving a woman who is going to continue to carry that legacy that she started. She's leaving a woman who has made commitment, who has committed herself to come back here and to work with you. She has made sacrifice. And anytime you have left your family and your job and everything else that you have to come to serve your people, it is great sacrifice. And as you look at the family of labor, you can compare with the team that are now presenting themselves. That family is a family of service. A family who've committed and who have sacrificed a lot. Their personal gains, their family gain to serve people. Not to get back, but to serve. And we are people of service. And if you look at the 21 candidates that the Dominica Labour Party presented to you, every one of us were involved in serving. Serving for money, but more so serving as patriotic citizens to meet the needs of our people. We served in churches, we served in groups, we served in community organizations, just name it. We serve for nothing to make sure that our people could feel loved, could feel that there were people who cared for them. And so we are now at a position where we can serve you even more. and serve you better. And all we are asking is for your support, just to continue to give us that support. I want to say to you, the countdown is on. The countdown is on. And let me say to us Laborites, now is not the time for us to think of what we have not gotten. We are not voting for what we have gotten or what we have not gotten. As we listen to the Prime Minister and all our other candidates, we've said to you that our programs will continue. So for those of you who have not received, we still have a few that are disgruntled. Some that are saying, my house has not been fixed and I have not gotten. The Prime Minister has given you the commitment that all our social programs will continue. Now is not the time to think of what I have gotten and what I have not gotten. Now is the time to look at the difference between the Dominica Labour Party and the United Workers' Party. Now is the time to look at the work of the Dominica Labour Party in comparison to what United Workers' Party did. Now is the time to look at candidates, to see the caliber of candidates that you are going to have representing you and whether you can make a choice. Now is the time to continue to see who will drive your own programs through. Those who will continue to sacrifice and work with you. Now is the time to think of the continued development. Look at leadership. Leadership, we say, is everything. And we have to maintain that leadership is everything. You look at the two people presenting themselves as leaders. The Honorable Prime Minister has shown us how he can lead this country. And all of us have seen the quality, the results of his leadership. We have seen the transformation of Dominica. And I want to say, even for us in Dominica, there are those who are visiting us. And sometimes they look and they cannot believe the amount of progress and development that has taken place in this country. And we are here, and some of us pretend to be blind to the development in this country. I say to us, now is the time to look at leadership, your candidates, and what this Dominica Labour Party has done for you. Let us not be fooled by the promises that we are hearing. Let us not be fooled by the big blue book, thick and heavy blue book that they presented to us as a manifesto. Everything in the manifesto, not everything, because some of it doesn't make sense, but all these sensible things that may seem to have sense, all of it they draw from our manifesto. All of it they draw from our manifesto. Because if you look at the manifesto, you will see it is something that was rushed, something that they did recently. If you look at the pictures that they take, it's something that they did recently, not something that they took their time and plan and lay out nicely to present to you. And so they were waiting for the Labour Party to lead so that they could follow. So we did lead, and we showed them what we can present. But even when we show them when you show you what we can present, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance have already told you how he is going to finance it. And you have a group of people who do not know A from B in parliamentary language and in running a country, yet they sit and they make all promises as to how much they will increase salaries. And I say to public servants, you are intelligent. Do not be fooled by their gimmick. How much they will increase salary, how much they will reduce tax, how much they will cut down on cabinet. When they cut down on the cabinet, I wonder what they're going to do with the people that they have waiting for their ministries. They already set out a cabinet, I understand. But there are people waiting for their ministries. But let them cut it down. The same people will cut their neck for their ministries. You see? So let us not allow them to tell us those things. To run a country is one thing, to sit out there and make all promises. But the other thing is to get in there and run the country efficiently and effectively. And the Labour Party has shown you how they can do that. UWP was in power for 5 years. 5 years, and you know how they left the country for the Dominica Labour Party to transform. They left us in crisis, and we are not going to go back down that road. We are not going to go back down that road. So tell them we say we are ready, we are ready to keep them where they are. But how can we prove to them that we are going to keep them where they are? As I said, the countdown is on. From now until Monday, we should be putting the final icing on the cake. The cake is baked already. We need to ice it so that we can sit and enjoy the cake. And so all of us must go out there, get people to go and vote. Do not say we win already, or Nurse Charles win in Grand Bay already, or Athenia must win, or Dr. Christmas will win in Marigot, Ian winning in Portsmouth already, and then we become complacent. We should be determined to go out there and cast our vote. They are hungry for power. Let us be hungry to keep them out, people. Every time I say that, it grieves me. Every time I say that, I get agitated, I get angry a bit. Because we need to understand that the United Workers Party team, they are out there looking for themselves. They are out there looking for themselves. All of them are seeking a job. All of them want a job. All. So first thing is to secure themselves and their place. And if you are looking for a job, you have not been able to gain a job over all those years, yet you are coming and telling our young people that you are going to create jobs for them. The Dominica Labour Party has started creating jobs for our young people. Our young people, thousands, over 1,500 of our young people are engaged already. And he has already given you the assurance that your salary will continue to be paid under the National Employment Program. Do not allow them to play in our heads. And they try to divide us. They are trying to divide us. They pass and they remind us, what has the Labour Party done for you? Why are you voting the Labour Party? And they find everything to say about us. Everything negative to say. They look to see when they have a little force, a little strength in a little area, in the public service, in the private sector, and where they can create agitation. But we must be smarter than them. We are smarter than them. And so we must prove to them that on the 8th of December, we only do one thing: to keep them out of office. Keep them out of office. And we know when we do that and keep them out of office, that is the final nail in the coffin. Because by then, UWP will be no more. By then, UWP will be no more. So my dear people, 1 week to go. 1 week to go. Let us not play with our future. Let us not play with the future of our children. Let us not play with the future of the unborn. We are doing it for them. Let us be conscious of what we are doing. Let us not make a mistake. Let us not just follow the rallies and shout, but let us make sure all of us go and vote. And all of us pull one more person with us to ensure that they vote. The farmers in this constituency, ensure that some of us go and look for them in their gardens. Make sure they come down on time. Those who are in rows are working, ensure that we organize with them, speak with them. Do not leave it for the candidates alone, so that they too can come and ensure that they vote. Because every vote is important. Every vote is important. I tell them in the Grand Bay constituency, I want the vote of my opponent. I want his vote. So much I want all the votes. So every vote is important. So make sure that you do the right thing. Do not spoil the ballots. Take your time. No rush. Nobody is rushing you. Take your time and make your little X by the shoe. For those who may not be able to read, but you can vote, that is your democratic right. Do not even look for the name. Just look for the shoe. Once you look for the shoe, when you get in there, you want them to vote for you, just remember to tell them, Mete Kwala Bosuliela. That's all you need to remember. The shoe, Suliela. And my dear people, with that, we are well on our way. We are ready for victory. The cake is baked. Get ready for us to cut the cake, celebrate, and enjoy our cake. God bless you all, love you all, and make sure labor remains alive in Dominica. Thank you very much.